So we'll do this one. Importance of embryology, right? Embryology in the medical profession. Correct. See, so what are the importance? The first importance is, so let us change the font color here. Okay. Why should we study embryology in medical profession? There are many other area where anatomy or physiology is used. Every science or every topic, it has its own importance. Likewise, embryology will also have its impact in in the medical profession. For example, one by one we will discuss to understand. It is going to understand the normal development. Okay, to understand normal development. Okay, for this also it is needed. See what is going to happen by knowing this embryology. This subject tells us, okay, how a single cell, what is single cell here? The fertilized ovum, that is zygote, develops into a newborn containing numerous tissues and organs. Okay, to understand this one we need to know about embryology. The second point is for the normal adult anatomy, to understand normal adult anatomy, right? To understand normal adult anatomy, for this also we need to know the embryology proper. So this knowledge of embryology helps us to understand many complicated facts of adult anatomy, like location and relation of organs to one another, how they are interrelated. For example, on the location of heart on the left side of the thoracic cavity, liver on the right side of the abdominal cavity, and it's a closeness to stomach, how it is there. Okay, all these are understood when you know embryology properly. And the third point is developmental abnormalities, to understand developmental abnormalities, right? To developmental abnormalities, to understand these things, embryology helpful. How embryology helps us to understand why some children are born with the organs that are abnormal, right? Appreciation of the facts responsible for the abnormal development assist us preventing or treating such abnormalities. For example, instance, exposure to radiation. Okay, so exposure to radiation during pregnancy, use for certain medication during the pregnancy, or genetic abnormalities that exist in the family. Okay, so to understand these things means the developmental anomaly, to understand this is helpful. Okay, so next is about understanding postnatal and adulthood diseases. Okay, understanding postnatal and adulthood. Okay, adulthood diseases. Okay, to understand postnatal means after birth. Adulthood, up to the adulthood, it may not be having in the children, but when the person reaches in adulthood, that disease appears. To understand these type of diseases, embryology is necessary. How? Okay, see the mechanism of molecular and cellular mechanisms taking place during the development of embryo play a key role in the development of a wide range of diseases in adult life. Okay, so for example we'll see that can vary from absence of a ear or presence of an extra finger to hypertension, diabetes, depression, cardiovascular and renal diseases. Okay, this is known as a fetal programming in adult diseases. There are some key role in this, the mechanism of this molecular level in the in the child, in the fetal life itself. Okay, to when you understand that one, you will understand what might be the postnatal and adulthood diseases. Okay, so fifth point, we can go with the healthcare strategies for better reproductive outcome. Okay, what is its fifth point is healthcare. Okay, healthcare strategies for better understanding, not understanding, better reproductive outcome. Okay, this is the fifth point. In this, how the embryology is going to help. See, knowledge of embryology facilitates interpretation of the results of various techniques. You can take like ultrasound, you can take amniocentesis and chronic villus biopsy. Okay, so these are some examples. Based on the result, appropriate treatment can be planned. Example, performing surgeries for correction of a defect in the diaphragm prenatally, or postnatal correction of cardiac defect, or medical line management of a diabetic or hypertensive mother. Okay, this is a helpful. Okay, next, it can be, this knowledge of embryology can be therapeutic procedure for infertility. Now that knowledge will give in very importance in the therapeutic procedures for infertility or infertility related problems. So this is the therapeutic procedure. Okay, procedures related. Okay, not related, for, okay, for infertility. Okay, or infertility related problems. How this is the question now, how it is going to help. See, in the woman, if she is unable to conceive by natural methods, alternative methods like cloning and in vitro fertilization can be planned, right? For spacing the pregnancies, various birth control methods like medical and surgical birth control methods are available. A basic knowledge of embryology is required for understanding the mechanism of action of these methods. Yes, right. Okay, as per my knowledge, the last one of the utility which we are going to discuss in the importance of embryology in medical profession is, last but not the least, most important and most advanced in the recent advancement of embryology is stem cell therapy. Yes, stem cell therapy. So what is going to happen here in this, how this stem cell therapy is a part of the embryology, right? See, cells forming tissues in the embryos are called as stem cells, and these are undifferentiated cells that can be differentiated into specialized cell types. They are known as totipotent, pluripotent and multipotent because they have that potency to produce total body, multiple system and multiple cells by one single cell. It is an uncommitted cell, and depending on the signal it receives, it can develop into many specialized cells, right? So these cells are capable of treating certain diseases in postnatal life also. That is why in stem cell therapy of knowledge in the embryology is useful in the medical profession.